We're going to find all this out about this new segment of the market and how they behave when they start seeing the real volatility that's been suppressed in TradFi for the last 40 years. So I think the jury is still out on how big the positive impact will be. I definitely believe that the banks love fees, and this is a fee bonanza. It's an opaque, illiquid market where the end customer, they don't care if they're paying a 2% spread if the thing goes up 30% in a quarter. They could give two fucks. But, the bank trading desk is loving it. BlackRock's just shilling them all sorts of stuff. So I think there'll be as many ETFs as they can get out in this market as quickly as possible just to ramp up AUM and get those fees.
Also, I think they're praying that they're not allowed to give ETH yield, because if they get the ETF out and they keep the yield themselves, I mean, that's a huge fucking bonanza, because they keep the 5% yield.
It'd be great.
And, they're greedy. They will take it, any opportunity. I know Fidelity's just filed today for the ETH to offer the yields, staking yields, but let's see. My guess is the SEC says, it's too complicated, and Larry and everybody else will start printing cash in this kind of stuff. And, people will realize. So as that money flows into crypto, into our world, into crypto land itself, what does it do to the risk curve? We've already started to see some sort of bananas price action as money starts getting recycled. So let's talk through how the risk curve flows.
Well, it's a wealth effect, right? So you and I hold physical Bitcoin. We're like, oh, wow, we feel real rich. We got all these new people in pushing up the price. What else do we want to own in this space? And then you move to the ETH, and then you go to Solana, and then all of a sudden you're fucking trading Slurf or like dog with hat. It's fun. It's just humans experimenting and playing games with each other that have monetary payouts on the internet. And I think it's a lot of fun. Obviously trade with responsibility and all that kind of stuff, but it's pure emotion. It's no central authority telling you what you can and what you can't do. Whatever someone wants to list, they just do it, and it either succeeds or fails instantly. And I think that's super powerful. And for the first time in a long time, people are having fun doing this thing called trading. And, some of it is, tasteless memes, but whatever.
But you've been on this whole thing about the memes and the power of memes and what it actually means to crypto for quite a long time. I think, you and Meltem have probably been really early in identifying that this is a real thing. And these are it's tokenized culture. And some of it might be fleeting, like Slurp might last a day or it may last 10 years. Who knows? I mean, Doge, who the fuck thought Doge would survive? But it's still worth multi-billions of dollars.
Yeah, and the chains that can support this culture are going to be the chains that have value. So Solana, and I'm a bit of an ETH maxi in terms of who has the best decentralized internet computer. But at the end of the day, if the Solana price is going up because people are launching these meme coins on it, and a new developer to this space says, oh, this is interesting. I want to develop on Solana because I know I have users. Why does Solana have users? Well, it was a very easy platform, good UI UX to launch these dog money coins. And so it brought attention. So yes, you can, poo-poo these things as stupid and valueless, but if it brings attention, if it brings more engineers to the space, then it's positive value for the chain itself.
And also, look, the attention economy, we know we live in it. We're all on Twitter. It's part of the attention economy. Somebody else gets to monetize us. Here's a different way of monetizing the attention economy. Dog with hat has got all the attention. They're going to put it on the fucking sphere in Vegas, right? It's ridiculous and hilarious. But as you say, people get to write their own rules. They're not told by some bloke in a suit that they shouldn't be doing this. They know that everybody knows that this is ridiculous. It's not like, oh, I got caught out by this meme coin thing. I thought they had value. Everyone knows they got no value and it's a game of chance, but it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gaming mentality writ large, because if you think about the younger crowd, they grew up on gaming. This is the same thing, but just gaming with money.
Yeah, trading, I love it. I think it's just pure expression of human emotion. And if you're a big, technical analysis person, this is probably the best place to deploy those strategies, because there isn't a central bank manipulating things. It's literally just a bunch of humans trading with each other, and that emotion is expressed in a candlestick chart. It's beautiful as a trader.
Although most of them don't have much price history, right? Because they launch and then you're trying to, so then you're down to 1 minute time horizon.
Yeah. I think some people even trade on the 1 second. People are crazy in crypto.
So how are you thinking kind of allocation wise of navigating the space? So you're mainly ETH orientated right now, outside of we'll talk about the degen stuff in a sec, but just as a general kind of, when I tell people, as the t-shirt says, don't fuck this up, as part of it is just don't use leverage, have a core portfolio, it'll work. And then you can do whatever you want with the rest. What's your core positioning?
So core position, obviously vast amounts of Bitcoin relative to everything else. Next is ETH, because I want to own the decentralized internet computer, and I believe Ethereum is the best one at the current time.
It's hilarious to see the negative narratives on ETH right now. It's like,
that's great. You want attention. At the end of the day, talk about it. Great. If you're not talking about it, then you're Cardano and you get 0.
Well, look, you talk about it, but it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. And then I hold positions in some DEXs that pay good yields, right? Because again, you got to clip some coupons and make some money off of the trading fees that are happening in this ecosystem. So I would say that's my core positions. And then, I'll fuck around with, throwing some nickels at this and that just as like a short-term trading position. But I don't do a whole lot of trading, which thankfully I can do that because, again, I think that's a better fit for my lifestyle.
I rarely ever trade.
I love looking at the charts, but
I've got the hourly charts next to me on Bloomberg. I don't trade any hourly charts, but I look at them all the time. And occasionally when I'm really, really hitting FOMO, I'll start punting around in whiff or something like that, just to be part of it.
Exactly.